We live? I think we're live. We're live indeed. So, this is what I'm intending on running for the holiday. I'm kidding. This is not what I'm running for the holiday. But I can't even do this if I wanted to. Anyway, wait for a few guys to tune in, and then we'll get working. First, I believe you are the first, Aliabs. First to the stream. Oh boy, that's spoilers for the video that I just made. First, second. Nice. Nice one, Sam. I just realized chat's not appearing on screen. Is it not? Where's chat? Maybe we'll have no chat on screen tonight. That is very bizarre. I can see the input. It's there. It's listed. I'm moving it around in Streamlabs, but it's just not appearing. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, don't know what's going on there. Well then. I guess no visible chat tonight, but I will be responding to comments that do pop up. I do have you on my side monitor, so I am reading what you are saying, even if you guys are unable to see them. But anyway, my plans for the holiday event. I really have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Where am I gonna go? Because I haven't quite done that yet. So, oh wait. I got a sore throat and I'm supposed to be on holiday the next 4 hours. Blue smiling. Wait, now the chat's popping up. That was weird. Huh, I saw a couple comments before, but it didn't pop up before for some reason. Well, I hope you get better for the holiday. That does kind of suck. Firestorm9716. Hiya indeed. So I guess the question is, will I get more Dream Shards at Greengrass Expert as opposed to Greengrass? This is my Swalot squad. And actually, I was advised, here, I'm making a quick adjustment to the calculator live. Wait, 3... I was told I should do this. Add that in case of, I guess I'll also add 2.5 in case there's a... The reasoning for this is because of Luck Incense. If you wanted to run Luck Incense. So there we go. Now there's a few more options. But anyway, I'm going to make a copy of this real quick because I don't want to edit the master. Much past that. Technically this should be 0.2 now because I made an update. Anyway, let's make a copy real quick so that I can make edits to it without worrying about messing things up. Being used in calculating, still don't know how I want to approach the event. Can't reach the Swalot strength needed mark for 0 Swalots without it being the end of the week. I mean, you don't need it to hit 0. It's... Really, I will say, when I released this calculator, I knew it was going to be kind of difficult for people to use because it is not the most user-friendly. 0 is not necessarily the goal. You want to see numbers here for pushing strength. It just tells you when to stop pushing strength. So here, my prior... Out of all the numbers that I'm reading here, what I'm looking for is 2.7 million by Thursday night. Is probably the best route to go, because that is the way to get the most Dream Shards, while also pushing strength to get more research XP and candies and stuff. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. So 4.7 million strength per week, or 2.7 million by Thursday night. However, I do intend to run incenses on certain nights, so... this may change things quite heavily. 1.5 million, yeah, if I do that. So that's if I'm going to Greengrass Isle. What if I go to Expert mode? Theoretically, 5.3 million in a week is enough for it to be worthwhile to push strength instead of using any Swalots if I'm running luck instances on just those 2 nights. So, but I could also run 1 and only then need to push for 500,000 and then basically get the same results, I guess. Like I said, I don't even know if I have a full understanding of the calculator, because it's not complete. There's a reason why it's 0.2. It's an alpha version. This is a pre-release version. I released it because I wanted it to be out, but there are still some things that it can do. So I should be looking for 5.3 million strength, or 500,000 by end of week. That's an easy goal with expert mode. And we'd be getting like 69,000 shards. But we wouldn't because it'd be multiplied by 6. My gosh, no wonder it likes this. 69,366 times 6. Now, last night we'd be getting 416,000 shards estimated. On just one night. Like, that is absurd. If that is really how the numbers work out at expert mode for projections. Hello, hello, Sleeper C1654. Glad to have you in here. Oh, so I ran Holiday's Feel through your Berry Fighting S index. It comes out at a 6.59. So given its inventory, I imagine it's probably not optimal to look for Berry Fighting S. 6 is meh. That's... I have to looking at the chart to actually get a remind myself where 6 is. Yeah, 6.59 is not great. That's like in the Vaporeon Toxtricity range, I think. Like around there, based off the image. I'm not actually going off the numbers, I'm just looking at the image. Saludos! Yeah. Otherwise, I expect to only be sad just under 2 million on Greengrass Expert. Well, let's see. Can I hit 5.3 million by that night? Because if so, that's probably what I'm going to try to shoot for. But I want to run the Swallots. Like, there's a part of me that just really wants to run the Swallots. But I think I can get more shards out of expert mode now, considering everything involved. Especially since I have really good ice types. I've got good ice type Pokemon. Holiday event. So glad they add in the defaults that, or like the presets for events that are coming up soon. That makes things so much nicer for things like this. So we'd be looking at expert mode, Ice Berry for main, Steel Berry for second. I'm not even going to bother with the third one, because I'm not going to try to gamble off of it. I'd be looking not necessarily for the most strength, which is what Cresselia can do. I'd be looking for the most healing if I'm running Shard Farmers as well. So we'd probably want Pawmot, because that's objectively my best healer for actual healing purposes. And, I mean, Ice-type Pokemon. I've got a Giga Walrein and a Giga... but the Guardian, my Alolan Ninetales. These combined produce 2.5 million strength in a week. So I guess, and the real question is it worth it to then run more Swallots? Because my Swallots also have helping bonus. I'm not actually sacrificing that much strength with them. 3 million? I can hit Master 3 with that. Maybe not the exact date, but... Oh, by the way, fun fact. It's now 1:09 a.m., which, in my local time. Which, fun fact, that means today is the December 22nd. Which, December 22nd is my birthday, so you guys all get to see me at the very start of my birthday this year, I guess. So, fun fact there. I got myself a shiny Ice Pix first day of the week and a Gigawari the next day. That is some mighty fine luck. Oh, but thanks, Sleeper C. Was that... Oh, that's working, I guess. The alert box. But thanks for the birthday gift. All the birthday wishes here. Yeah, I'm turning 23. I guess literally today. I know a lot of you would probably call me just a baby still. I've had that comment from multiple of you in the Discord. But anyway, 2.98 million. You know, I'm not. Honestly, I could probably min-max this event more, but this isn't that bad. Like, my calculator does tell me to keep pushing though. Happy birthday! Show us cake pic. If I have pictures of a cake later, I'll send it to the Discord for sure. Dang, you see. Anyway, so I guess with that big of a boost on that last night, especially if I was to look for like running luck incense, those. Do I have any luck incenses? How many do I have? Alrighty. Also, I guess tomorrow in my sleep session review, we'll see. Do I get a birthday shiny? I know it's been a long time. Like, people have talked about birthday shinies being a thing. Last year I got a birthday shiny, but I think it's just coincidence. Coincidentally, my birthday happens to land during a shiny boosted event. So, like, my birthday is not good data for it. Because it's almost always shiny boosted by default. Are you going to Greengrass Expert or Greengrass? I was originally intending Greengrass because I thought I could get more shards because of Swallots not being nerfed. But looking at the numbers of how many shards Greengrass Expert can make at higher Snorlax strengths, I think it's better to push. And to go for the higher amounts of shards at Greengrass Expert through sleep style conversion, especially with the fact that I could run my legendary incenses, potentially get the rarer sleep styles, and just get even more shards from that as well. If I intend to run, you know, Thursday and Sunday night, I think there's more potential there. So I'm contemplating Greengrass Expert, and that's really what I came here to decide tonight. But I did want to see, I'm actually going through my account right now on my phone. I did want to see, do I have any luck incense? I do not. Well, that's about to change. I am going to, I will buy luck incense for this. Wait, I completely forgot about the legendary incenses. Yes, that's one of the primary reasons why you pick up legendary incenses and save them. I still have a Cresselia incense, I believe, and an Entei, Raikou, and Suicune incense, I believe. Let's see. Confirming here. Let's see. Yeah, I have one for each of the legendary beasts. Oh no, I used the Cresselia one. But I could use Suicune on the last night, and Entei on the... Wait a minute, do I have all the styles? I need to double check that, because I don't want to use the one that has... Because I want to try to unlock the style first and foremost. Happy birthday, King. Thanks, Ibizantium. Yeah. Technically speaking, I wasn't born until late at night, so it won't have been another full year until, like... way later in the day, but still, it's technically my birthday, so we'll go with it. It's still the same day, just different hour. And people don't go by birth hour, so... Okay, I am missing the 3-star Entei, so I don't want to use that one. That's the only one I'm missing the 3-star on, though. We'll save that one for a potential sleep style discovery event or full moon event. So that, in theory, there's higher odds of getting the 3-star. I don't know... I don't know if that actually makes a difference. I asked Rain on X one time, and they said, we've never actually confirmed. They said no one's ever tested it. But in theory, it is more likely. So I'm going to save the Entei incense and run Raikou incense on Thursday night. And Sunday night we'll run the Suicune incense, since I have both of those. And Entei is going to be used on a different day of the week, or a different day when there's new style boosted rates, since I'm missing the 3-star Entei. Okay. Then the real question is, can I actually get enough strength by Sunday night to have a chance at seeing 3-star Suicune? Because if I can see that, that would be pretty insane. 100% Green Grass Expert, then I have Cress, Entei, Raikou, Suicune, plus 4 basic Pokemon. Makes Green Grass Expert so much more enticing with getting an extra Mon worth of shards. Yeah, especially since that it's like guaranteed at least the 1-star, which even the 1-star on Legendaries is a lot of shards, usually speaking. Especially at Expert Mode. Like, let's just look at Cresselia here real quick. If we look at Cresselia's sleep styles, okay. I love the changes to Ranon X. I think they're a lot better. But as someone who got used to the old way, I don't like the transition time of learning the new Ranon X. they've restyled everything, and it's throwing me off. But anyway, it's not bad. It's a good change. I can see how it's a lot better. But as someone who got used to the other way, I'm getting used to it. Thank you, Orendor. Glad for all the birthday wishes. Yeah. Greengrass Isle. 1-star, 5,000 Dream Shards. At Expert Mode, the same style, 12,000. Especially if it's boosted, like, that's 7,000 difference by default. That's a difference of 14,000 Dream Shards. Just by doing it on a 2x night. If it's on a 3x night, that's 21,000. And if you were to use Incense on that as well, that's 42,000 Dream Shards just by going to Greengrass Expert over Greengrass Isle. And that's if you get the 1-star. It's 8,000 difference base for the 2-star. And for the 3-star, it's actually a little bit closer at 6,000, but still. Is it straight RNG with the styles picked? Yes. Well, yes and no. So you need to have the Drowsy Power requirement for it. So let's say you're at Greengrass Expert. It requires 600... Well, these are unsettled numbers, so these aren't fixed. We're not guaranteed. But they estimate 667 million Snorlax strength necessary for the 3-star Cresselia. So you would need to have 667 million Snorlax, or Drowsy Power that night, for it to potentially spawn. Now, it doesn't use that Drowsy Power. It just does a check to see if you have enough Drowsy Power for it. And if you do have enough, then it rolls at completely random odds, 33%, 33%, 33% for all three, of just one of the three. Now, one factor we don't know is if the whole new sleep style check plays into that during new full moon and sleep style discovery events. In theory, it should, but we don't actually know. Nobody's tested it or checked to see if incenses work that way, that they use those boosts. That could just be all one big farce, but just in case it is a thing, I'm saving my Entei-Incense. Because I'd rather have a shot at getting the 3-star Entei and filling that deck slot with my last Incense than potentially missing out on that for literally forever, because that deck slot is just always open. If you don't get it off the Incense, most likely. It's very rare to encounter them wild. So that's my tip of the day. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to go Expert Mode. I wasn't intending on it originally, but it looks a lot more enticing now after considering everything, like the incenses and just the fact that, man, that's so many shards. Like, on a regular 1-1-1-1-1 week, it would not be as enticing. Granted, these would be like more like 52,000 and... Oh no, it'd be more like 26,000 and 26,000. Honestly, I'm going to put in 0 for that, because I'm not running that last one. Okay, yeah, it is kind of a bummer that it's 1 and 3. But yeah, like, on this sort of a week, for it to compete with my Swallots, it's literally like, okay, I'm not hitting most of these numbers. There is a point where it is worth it to swap it off. Or to swap off the strength-based team. But let's say I can run, like, if we're doing this sort of thing, and I'm running Luck Incense on Thursday night and Sunday, because I'm running the Legendary Incenses. Ugh. Then, and I would have a Dream Shard bonus spawn, potentially. I mean, We'll turn that off just because I would only have it on there if I'm running the Swalot. Then we'd be looking at like 5.2 million Snorlax strength that night. Okay. Can I get that with a full strength-focused team? Is that something I can pull off? My gut says no. Here, I need to organize this a bit more. So, here's without pushing, or without running the while running the Swalots. What if I just run the Dream Shard bonus one? And I just run my Sceptile. It is off type here. Also, wait a minute, they're actually not making as many shards because of the oh man, that makes them, because they're actually only making 46,000 because the extra mode debuffs. I forgot to put that in. It doesn't account for that by default. So only 4.5 million is actually the goal. 2.9 million. 3.6 million is what I can get. Which is basically Saturday's goal. So, I guess based on my calculator, it's telling me run a strength-focused team until Saturday, and then run Swalots for Sunday. Which means that's kind of generally sad, but I think... Let's see. What sort of strength can I push with just running one... Oh, that's with only running one Swalot. Yeah, that seems more worth it. Because then I'm looking at these numbers, and, like, that exceeds a lot. Like, this calculator's not perfect. It's missing a lot of features. I just want to get something out for you guys. And this is a situation where it's not going to truly answer the question quite yet. I do want to refine it a lot more and make it a significantly nicer in the future. But I just need to get something out there for you guys. And this... I'm not fully satisfied with it, but oh well. 3.6 is insane. My best team for this week is focusing strength. This is like 1.9 million. I haven't set up meals. I mean, I haven't set up meals for the calc either. I'm just assuming whatever meal I get, and I just use nothing but filler. But part of that is, it's also assuming my Alolan Ninetales is level 50, which that's impossible. Monday night, it's not going to be level 50 quite yet. We'd be looking at more like... Because I'd be just evolving it. Although, I am prepping a Berry Bomb. I did forget about that. Now, the calculator's not going to account for that because I didn't, like, plug that in at all. But I'm also only prepping a Berry Bomb on one Pokemon, just my Walreins, so... It's not going to be that big of a Berry Bomb. It's more of just a mini boost. But it is... I will say, it is getting up there. If I get desserts, I'll be thrilled. Nice, nice. Desserts are very easy to build around in my experience. I don't know if I'm going to build around a meal at all with this team. Honestly, my berries just... Walrein and Alolan Ninetales are just too good, both of them. I do have a sub-skill seed ready for this guy whenever I do fully evolve him. Which, I will evolve it as of tomorrow morning. Or, wait, I should probably put it on the team tonight. Just so we can get one inventory of ice berries. But then again, they're going to be, like, level 16 ice berries. They're not going to be great. Because I'm not putting any candies into it because I want to use the candy boost on it. Which doesn't actually begin until tomorrow, which means it'll be the lower level ice berries. I don't have a good steel berry. Wait, I do have a good steel berry. Well, I have an okay steel. You know, I should have... Well, no, because he's not level 60. My brain's jumping all over the place right now. I do have a Steelix. Wait, no, he's just an Onyx. I never evolved him. Never mind, that's not worth it. It's an Onyx. Yeah, I have nothing for Steel type. Okay, that's alright. Ice type. Yeah, it's just my Alolan Ninetales. So yeah, that's definitely the thing to go with. I think I need to swap on like some other Pokemon. Do I evolve my Ninetales right now? I evolve it, I think, but I don't level it up. That's definitely the play. And I'll just put it on the team for one night just so that I can wake up to those berries. Although, honestly, level 16 ice berries might be weaker than, like, the berries on some of my other Pokemon with a bigger inventory. So, even with doubled value. Let's see. Even with guaranteed double value. Oh, darn it. I want to look at... Okay, they're just showing berry strength productivity. I just want to see the berries. Is it... Okay, good. Well, this... They changed this up a little bit. I will say that. I'm not the biggest fan of this change. So let's see. Level 50... Like, level 50 electric berries are worth 84. They're level 60, because that, like... Well, my one Raichu is level 65. Level 65 electric berries are worth 121. Versus level 16 ice berries are worth 47. So 47 versus 121. Yeah, it'd be better to run not that, because it's too low level. Okay, so tonight I'm gonna put something on my team, even if it's not an ice berry Pokemon. It's better than the ice berry. Well, yeah. What Pokemon should I use? I think my Gigachu is always a good bet. Because it... Well... Giga Gecko is also pretty solid, because it might have a skill proc waiting in the morning. We'll do that. I'll gamble a little bit. If it has a skill proc, that's going to be significantly stronger. If it doesn't have a skill proc, then I think the Raichu would be the better option, but oh well. Hey everyone, hey David Waker. Glad to have you in chat. So yeah, 4.5 million Snorlax strength is what we want to be shooting for, but I think I'm just going to shoot for like 3.6 and then just swap on another Swalot. Realistically, I think that's the better bet. Because if I ran 2... See, I would still get 2.9 million. Does that still... That still does break Master 4. Which I would want to see at least Master 3. Because Master 3 is where I get the incense. So... I think I just run both Swalots. Well, I can do something outside of my tool. I can use Rain on X's tools to answer it more precisely. My tool is a little bit too simple for what I'm trying to do here. Let's assume balanced. I know I'm going Greengrass Expert now. Sleep style rate change. Why is it set to no spawn? We want this. And then that. Happy birthday. Thanks. Thank you. It's always great to get the birthday wishes. Okay. Pseudo balanced sleep. We're gonna say... Well, let's see. My options are 2 Swalots versus 3 Swalots. One Swalot versus 2 Swalots. 1 Swalot gets 3.6 million. So we'll go up to 1.6 million, or 3.6 million. And then granularity 7. Calculations. This has been my life for honestly some time. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. Okay. And we would want this because I'm doing that. So I'm sick of entering things. So I'm just gonna have this on a separate monitor. That's the wrong tab. Okay. I don't do this live all that often because it's very, very boring. So hold in there, everybody. But this is what a majority of making the calculator looks like. Oh, made a typo there. Oh, whoops. I wasn't tabbing. Darn it. Okay, well, we can do this. I usually do it more efficient than that. Okay. So that's 1 week with the one team. With this team. If I instead go for this team, which is, yeah, that. Okay, basically 3 million. 3 million Starlight Strength. We'll round it down to 2.9 million just to give a little bit better odds to the other one because I rounded the other one down. Okay, another quick simulation here. Okay, we have more numbers. I'm remembering to tab here. Wait, how do you... Oh! Because that was the 0. Whoops. Okay. So this is how many shards I get from sleep research from the one versus the other, but I need to multiply these by the factors, so equals this times, gonna catch the rest on replay, time to sleep, have a good night, sleep well, sleeper C. We'll do that. No, we're not gonna multiply by that, we're gonna, oh, this is gonna make things nasty. Okay, well, oh man, I need to really think through this. Ice Picks is going to be even crazier with this event with this. Yeah, I know. I'm very, very content with my Alolan Ninetales. This times, I guess 2 is what we use for now. I do want to take into account a few other things. Okay. And then we want to make this one 6, because I want to run Luckin since that night. And this one's 6. Whoop. What? I put that in the worst possible spot. Okay, that's funny. We're just gonna do this. Nope, we can't just do that easily. Okay. That's hilarious. The way that I did not think about the fact that there's hidden rows there. That's why there was an error. Okay. Now it should work. There we go. Sleeper C with 20 bones. Honestly, I need to get to sleep, but I really want to make sure I have my plan set in order for tomorrow night. So, now, here's where the real interesting math comes into play. Actually, let's move this down. We want to figure out the difference and then multiply it by whatever the remainder modifier is. So, what's the difference? Okay. Equals this minus this? See, and maybe I'll make this part of the calculator later on. We'll see. Because, honestly, it might be... This could be something that could get implemented later on. Okay. And then... Wait a minute. I could just do then this number times this number, right? Yeah, and that would tell me the difference of running it for that day. Okay. Interesting. That actually one of these days... very bizarre. So the difference is around 60,000 shards. Like, up through that point. 50,000 on those 2 days. So, 45,000 on the last day. My swallots make about 46,000. So I guess it's better for me to run the... Based off all these calculations I've run, it's better for me to run just one of the swallots. Especially considering that this isn't even accounting that it's also times 1.06 because of Dream Shard bonus. I forgot that was a thing. So we get Snowdrop. Has been so dang good for me in prep of this event. Shiny Vulpix, Gigasphere, Berry Finding S, Speed Sphere, 3 times Trigger Swallow. Wow! And 3 times Trigger picks with Help Speed M, and the Skill Trigger M, Berry Finding S picks at 50. Wow, you're set with the Ice Mons and the Shard Mons. So, yeah. Yeah, a couple of them aren't really the best. Honestly, a 3 times Trigger picks with Help Speed M, if it doesn't have Berry Finding S or Helping bonus, that's a bit more difficult to justify, but... 1.06 because of the Dream Shard bonus. According to this, with me running those incenses, I should not be running the second Swalot at all. I should just be relying purely upon the shard productivity from the week. Which is crazy to think about, but I guess I will push for strength all week long. Because, well, not really, because I'll be running one Swalot. And like I said, these are things that I do want to make the calculator eventually be capable of doing. Make a calculation like this for you guys, easily accessible. I just didn't have the time to implement all of these calculations on the fly. Just got a shiny Gulpin with double trigger. That is awesome. I would love to get something like that. My Swalots both are normal. They're great, but they're both normal. It's not the most exciting. Yeah, we still would want Pawmots, because even though he produces less strength, he does theoretically make more triggers on the Swalot. So, ultimately, 3 point... Well, that's another good question. Is that... Now, this might be a more micro-optimization, if I'm honest, but I wouldn't be surprised if Crespion made more strength. Well, but it's expert mode. No, we don't want to deal with that. I'm just not going to figure that out. Because Cresselia is not going to be that great of a healer, unless I roll Psychic-type berries. If I roll Psychic-type berries, I'll run Crespion, but otherwise, we're just running this team, I think. We'll see what berries we roll as the third berry. But, yeah. It's going to be Candy for sure. Candy? Yeah, invest that. Oh, the triple trigger one. My brain was moving way too far ahead. But anyway, I think I figured out what my plans are. Based off these numbers, if anyone was able to follow along with that, and then these numbers are like what my Swats are actually producing, I think it's best for me to just run this team all week. Only one Swalot, which is surprising to me. That's in part due to expert mode being expert mode and being weird. But I think that's definitely going to yield me more shards than I could have gotten anywhere else. Especially with the 10% frequency bonus at expert mode. I didn't even consider... Wait a minute. This actually does change things. Because it's going to have a 2.4 times berry boost. That changes the numbers. Okay, wait. I need to go back and change these numbers up a little bit. Because that changes the numbers for both. So... Okay. Also, the wall rain is level 63. I need to adjust that as well. Okay, this is more realistic now. Once I add this on. That makes a very big difference. Okay, I need to rerun simulations, and this may change my mind about what to do. So first one, 3.5 mil. No, 3. Yeah, basically 3.5 mil. We'll run it 3.45 mil just to make it a little bit more in favor of more strength, because I do like more strength instead. Generally speaking, if it can yield the same number of shards, because that also gives candies. Okay. What do you think about an Inventory L triple speed Cresselia? I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of... I am hesitant on Cresselia investments just because it's very, very expensive. I do think it needs to be something extra special to be worthwhile on the invest if it's not just for style points. And triple speed without any triggers or help bonus or berry finding S on its own is... It'll probably be good enough that, like, it's probably surpassing that bare minimum threshold. But it's not gonna be amazing per se. At least that's my gut instinct. I haven't run numbers on it. I could be completely wrong. Okay, that's first team. Although I think I just put that in the wrong slot. I think that's the... Gosh darn it. Okay, and then 4.2 mil. Okay. Yeah, it could be good. That's my take. Okay. Please tell me this changes the numbers. Darn it, it overwrites the reference. Okay. We'll instead do this. There we go. Now I need to put these data points. Yay. Oh, wait a minute. I did some math wrong here. Dream Shard farming... There's a lot of math behind it. Because I forgot to multiply by the number of days remaining. That's why the numbers are coming out so much in favor of Strength's approach. Hi there, it's been a while. Hey, Ubumalu. Happy holidays indeed. Happy holidays to everyone. I'm just going to clear all this, because none of that matters. I guess I've been doing this all wrong. So, we want the difference in the day. Wait, no, I did account for how many would there be remaining. Yeah, okay. So equals... Yeah, but part of that's going to come from the day prior. Okay, equals... This minus this. You all get to see me do a little bit of math here. Okay. This one needs to equal this times this number. Well, we'll do that later. For now, this just needs to equal this number. This needs to equal this minus this. Which is actually a negative number. Some of these are negative numbers, which is interesting. No, that's wrong. Because, okay. I need to backwards calculate some things. Wait, no, that actually is right. Because this is before we're applying the modifiers, right? Yeah, it is. Cool. Happy holidays. Happy holidays indeed. I find it funny that Tuesday is actually... Like, there's actually a step back. I guess that makes sense, though, because it's still getting strength from the second Swalot team. Quite a bit of strength. I feel like I'm going nuts here trying to calculate this for myself. Making a calculator for all this is going to take me a very long time. It might be months before that is up and running, with me having to balance family, calculate, like, you guys, church, work, so many things that I'm involved in. Anyway, equals this number times this number. Okay, this is more around what I would have expected the value differences to be. And according to this, I should, for the first day, run just one Swalot, and then every day after that be running the other Swalot. I think I reached reasonable conclusions on that. Yeah. Well, this would imply that running more strength the second day would actually yield less shards. This is a weird thing to draw. It's weird to get a negative number here. That leads me to believe that I'm making some sort of math error. I feel like there shouldn't ever be a negative number here. Maybe just something with the rounding. Well, I guess with the... Yeah, there actually could be something there with the way that there's exponential returns, you could say. The gains over this could actually be less than the gains over that. Yeah, that does add up. Because the gains Monday would be more significant. Yeah, that does make sense. I think that all checks out. Happy Holidays week, everybody. Glad Christmas is starting. It's been great to spend the first couple hours of my birthday streaming and figuring out a math problem to figure out which the best way to run my shard farmers. And I think the best way to do that is to just run it Monday. Run Strength Monday. And then every day after that, swap off Septile. So that's what we'll be doing. That's what I think I'll be doing. Septile day 1. And then running Swalot on the side. My one Swalot. And then after day 1's over, we'll run the other Swalot. And I'll be swapping it on like right as... Basically right as I put the Pokemon to sleep. Because that's when it matters with the first one. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in. It's been a great discussion. Great time. Have a wonderful day, y'all. I need to get some sleep. Because I need to actually be up early tomorrow. So I'm probably going to be kind of sleep deprived for a lot of tomorrow. Until I get a nice little birthday nap in. Anyway.